May the Lord give you the grace not to destroy the opportunities He has brought before you to bless you. May He give you the humility to receive and accept corrections. May He give you the discernment to know how to conduct yourself when you finally get into the rooms you have been praying for. You know, sometimes we keep asking God to bless us, to give us opportunity to meet great people, people who will divinely connect us into opportunities that will bless us. But sometimes when we finally get into the room, our character takes us out of the room. This is what the recent viral video of Mr. Tony Elumelu and the young lady who called him Tony when she wanted to ask him question at an event recently. It made me think about the importance of discernment, knowing what to do, when to do it, and how to do it. It taught me about how to receive correction and then what to do after receiving correction. Before I continue, I would like to talk to those set of people who have set ring lights, written things to condemn the lady, to, chant, crucify her, those kind of things. A lot of us would have done worse if we were in that place. A lot of us would have, sinned or misbehaved just like she did. Because I want to believe that that thing she did was not as a result of disrespect. It was a result of the kind of information she was exposed to. And it could be as a result of anxiety. You know, when you have been praying to meet someone for a long time, especially someone as influential as Mr. TOE, you could act out of place if God does not help you. Now, when she said that thing that she said, if you paid attention clearly, when he said what, her voice cracked. It showed that she was anxious. She didn't know how to act, so she had to repeat herself because maybe she believed he heard her the first time. And then he corrected her. She picked the correction, did what he asked her to do, but she could have apologized, then continue. And that apology is not a sign of weakness. It's not a sign that she doesn't know what she's doing. It's a sign, okay, this is what this place requires, and this is what I am doing. Another angle a lot of people are not looking at is that over familiarity can affect you. Maybe because in recent times, being on social media gives us access to literally everyone. You can be following Mr. Tony Elumelu and you know his lifestyle and somewhat kind of his schedule. So it could make you feel like I know this person. I've seen people call him Tony and he didn't react. Maybe those people who called him Tony and he didn't react already had a relationship before then. So one thing I also learned, because a lot of arguments are coming from the angle that in the corporate world you can talk to your colleague by calling them their first name. But I also learned that it is better you remain formal until the person you are addressing says you can be informal with me. So maybe she could have said, "Excuse me, sir, Tony Elumelu." Put her, drop the sir. We are colleagues. You get that kind of thing. It would have been easier and perfect. Now, all these things we are saying is based on a few seconds clip that we saw. Maybe after that, she had the opportunity to apologize. We don't know about that. If I'm to advise her, I will say, since this has become a public conversation, everybody has an opinion about it. I will advise that she now does something very humbling, difficult, but necessary. Give a public apology and acknowledge the correction that he gave her, because she is just a young lady climbing the ladder of her career. This could put dent because, see, we are Africans. There are people that will use this against her in the future. And I pray it doesn't get to that point. But clearing this now by not coming to use it as a point of engagement, using it as a point of content creation. Because let me tell you, no matter how bad something you have done is, there are people that will still cheer you on. They will clap for you. They will clap you to do. So if anyone around you is telling you, set ring lights, defend yourself, talk about what happened, or talk to those people criticizing you, prove to them you're not that kind of person. No, you don't have time for that. Name yourself before the public. Save yourself from the judgment and condemnation of the public by doing the needful. Apologize and also do what? Acknowledge the correction. Now, this brings me into the topic of overfamiliarity. We know that literally every one of us now has access to a lot of people, no matter how powerful, how influential, successful they are, you have the opportunity of clicking one button, you have access to certain informations about them. But don't let over familiarity make you mishandle something that you should honor, because one character, one attitude could make you break an opportunity that will transform your life positively. Imagine this conversation went a different way. Imagine she started with, the right kind of address in the vicinity or culture that we are in. A lot of us will be talking about her audacity, the perfect question that she asked. But now that single error have cost a mark that God will help her redeem, I believe.